I'll be glad to burn your light bulbs out. Okay. Hey, what's your read?
Little drop in voltage is about 64 volts, 65 volts, which translates to something near about 100 on the AC, and it's taxing it a little bit.
No, it'll correct itself.
It will? Yeah, it's coming up. 668.8. Wow.
Are you impressed?
That's the moment Don Smith's world changed, because his latest invention exceeded even his wildest expectations. In his hands, Smith had the ultimate proof that free energy was more than just a dream, because his crazy yet simple and powerful device generated 100% free electricity, ran without any dangerous fuels, was virtually maintenance-free, while being completely environmentally friendly with no fumes, no byproducts, and no dangerous emissions. This meant it was now possible for everyone to make their own electricity and cut the cord that tied them to the greedy electric companies. Yet Don Smith's excitement was short-lived, because when word got out about his amazing discovery, something happened that literally killed the invention and kept it from the public's reach for more than 20 years. Now, for the first time in 2 decades, the truth about Smith's invention is starting to unfold, and with it, generating your own free power has been made possible again. And in this short presentation, that probably won't stay up for long, you will get all the nitty-gritty details about how to use Don Smith's suppressed invention to make your own free electricity, slash your electric bill by 75% or more in less than 30 days, and even get off the grid so you can be energy independent and never owe another dime to the electric company. It's called the Smith generator, and time has come for mankind to truly benefit from this life-saving device. And as you're about to see, making your own energy is a lot easier than you may think. But first, it's important to understand who Don Smith was and why this simple invention can change your life. You see, perpetual motion devices are not something new, at least in theory. They're the holy grail of engineering, just like alchemy in the Middle Ages. And for hundreds of years, many scientists, DIYers, or inventors have pursued what seemed to be an impossible goal. That is, to build a device that generates more electricity than it uses. Don Smith was one of these enthusiasts, but he was also a more down-to-earth inventor, trying to make the world a safer and brighter place. That's why his inventions always worked, but were never used. Smith just didn't have the power to overcome the fossil fuel monopolists and power companies, so he was forever silenced along with his creations. That's why his most important invention might also be his least known one. It was a simple yet revolutionary device that used magnetic energy to generate 100% free electricity. A set-it-and-forget-it generator that works autonomously and gives clean, free energy day in and day out, without relying on sun or wind for 1 second. But he had absolutely no plans for giving up. He fought the system, trying to bring his generator into the service of mankind, as he always dreamed of. Smith used perpetual magnets for his initial design, and when he showed his results to fellow inventors, no one could believe this was real, but it was true. He had found a way to trick the laws of physics, and by doing this, he had the ability to generate free electricity using nothing but the untapped power of magnetic fields. Don Smith had now all the proof he needed to start financing his project and building the generator on an industrial scale. But little did he know that making headlines around the world would also attract the wrong kind of attention. And in the end, this led to the untimely death of the Smith generator. Because in the next months, the big oil corporations pulled the exact same trick they did to kill the electric car and ensure that the public never hears anything about the Smith generator. It's a true conspiracy story you don't really read about in the newspapers. But this is the exact MO the big corporations use to suppress inventions that put their profits in peril. You see, in the 80s, the electric car was a really big thing. A world-famous inventor by the name of Stanley Ovchinsky worked for GM, had come up with a high-capacity car battery that was way beyond anything you see these days. It was so powerful, it could run a car for 300 miles, more than enough to turn the electric car into a viable solution for the masses. But when word got out, the oil companies acquired all the patents for the invention, effectively putting a lid on this invention. And while the giant oil mammoth Texaco is holding the patents in some underground storage facility, we're forced to shell out thousands of dollars each year on expensive gas. The exact same thing happened to Don Smith's generator. When the oil and energy companies found out about the invention, they immediately sprung to action and used their army of lawyers and a few legal dirty tricks to secure the patents and remove them from the marketplace. But a brand new change in patent law has created the loophole, and with it, generating 100% free electricity is once again possible. Here's what it's all about. Until a while ago, it would have been impossible to buy the Smith generator from anywhere else. It still is, but this doesn't mean you can't use one. It's simple. While it's forbidden for anyone to try to build the device industrially and sell it because of patent infringement, no one says you can't make one and generate your own electricity. It's easier than you think, even if you've never built anything before, especially if you've never built anything before. Remember when we mentioned Don's fondness for simple inventions? Well, his generator was that kind of invention, something incredibly simple to assemble, yet so genuinely different from anything else you've ever seen, you'll slap yourself for not trying it before. Yet Don's invention was not meant for DIY. Simple as it was still pretty difficult to build for the average guy. And even though you can find Don's original blueprints on a few websites, you'll discover that without the proper instructions, they're pretty useless. And that's where we come into the picture. We've assembled a crack team of scientists and engineers, and with their help, we've created a quick and easy guide you can use to make your own Smith generator and slash your electric bill by 75% or more in as little as a month. The results are impressive, because once you discover just how easy it is to build the Smith generator, you'll get instant savings of 50%, 75% or more without spending $20,000 or more on expensive solar panels. You'll enjoy even greater savings, up to 100% or more, so that the electric company actually pays you. When you discover the simple scaling secret for getting virtually unlimited free energy, you'll be able to power up any kind of household appliances, from lamps and toasters to electricity hogs like refrigerators and AC units. You can even power up a remote cabin in the wilderness and stop worrying about having to pay the electric company $50,000 or more to hook you up to the grid. What's more, because the Smith generator is very light, portable, and powerful even on a small scale, it makes for one of the best emergency generators you could ever hope for. Unlike solar panels, it won't get blown off the roof by strong winds and hurricanes. That's because you can install it in your basement or in your backyard and not worry about weather conditions for 1 second. And unlike conventional portable generators, there are no fumes, and you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on fuel. In fact, there's very little to spend at all. Except from a simple maintenance check every few months, the generator is basically set and forget. Design makes it so silent, you won't even hear it running. Here's a footage of a Smith generator in action. It's no wonder people are raving about it. In the short time we've made this available to the public, those who tried the device got impressive results. John Deacon from Ohio says, "I was dumping truckloads of cash into Big Energy's pocket, but not anymore, and it's only been about 2 months since I got the generator." And Frank Lee from Texas says, "I installed a smart meter a couple of months ago, and my electric bill kept getting bigger and bigger. And for a while I was thinking about paying $15,000 on a solar panel system. Glad I didn't. The Smith generator does the trick, and it cost me a little under $100 to make it." Here's what 68-year-old Bill Chafer from Michigan says. "I've never built anything in my entire life, yet this was so easy. I assembled it with my grandkids. Now we get free electricity 24/7. And hundreds of others who are now paying less than half of what they used to and saving thousands of dollars each year in electricity because of the Smith generator. The bottom line is, if you want to cut the cord and free yourself from the electric company, you need to hear all about the Smith Generator Guide. We took Don Smith's intricate designs, originally created for the industrial manufacturing of his magnetic generator, and translated them into plain English, so that anyone, no matter what age or skill, can make their own electricity and even get off the grid. Here's what you'll find inside this simple step-by-step guide. How to make your own generator in as little as 2 hours, with parts you can find or order at any shop for under $50. The simple scaling secret that allows you to take a small savings of 25% of your electric bill and double it, triple it, even quadruple it, so you can get off the grid or even get paid by the electric company. A short list of all the simple parts and materials you need to make the Smith generator for about $93 in total costs. And on top of that, you get the complete blueprints and schematics, color photos, and step-by-step instructions to make your own Smith generator, even if you have 2 thumbs and never assembled anything in your entire life. Remember, Don Smith used 1980s technology for his inventions, and they still worked. That's why, even though the Smith generator isn't something you'd call pretty, it's incredibly easy to build, even for a complete newbie with today's technology and knowledge. The Smith generator is an amazing device that's already changing thousands of lives all around the world. We've got reports of people saving as little as 35% on electric costs and as much as 120%. That is, now they're producing more electricity than they need, so much so that the electric company is actually sending them a check in the mail every single month. Just imagine what you can do if you weren't forced to pay $100 or more every single month on electricity. Or if your case is worse, and you're among those who are forced to shell out $300 or more on electricity each month, the Smith generator could help you save more than $3,500 by the end of the year. You're suddenly free to take care of other expenses, like improving your home, or taking your spouse to a nice dinner every once in a while. Or you can simply use this extra cash to make your retirement more enjoyable. The choice is yours, and the electric company will be picking up the tab for it. So it would make a lot of sense to charge a lot for the Smith Generator Guide and blueprints, but we won't do that. In fact, the only reason we're charging a fee for those amazing documents is to cover our research and development expenses, but most of all, to pay our legal fees that keep piling up. Even so, we won't charge an arm and a leg for the Smith Generator Guide. So here's the deal. You'll immediately get access to all the step-by-step guides and blueprints and the lists of tools and supplies for just $49.97. That's probably a lot less than you're paying each month on electricity, and you can recoup that investment in as little as 30 days. Getting the step-by-step guide for the Smith generator is easy. Just click the orange Add to Cart button below, and you'll be taken to our secure order page. And the price doesn't even matter. That's because you're protected by our no questions asked money-back guarantee for a full 60 days. It's simple. Get the step-by-step guide and blueprints today and put them to the test. See how easy it is to make your own electricity with a Smith generator. Watch as your power meter slows down the moment you plug your generator in, and see what it's like to slash your electric bill by 50%, 75%, or more in less than 2 months. You have 60 days to decide whether this was a good investment or not. And if you're less than thrilled with how much you're saving on your electricity, just write us a short email at the address you'll find in the members area. We'll give you an immediate refund, even if it's the 23rd hour of the 59th day. So go on, click the orange Add to Cart button now, and get the Smith Generator step-by-step guide plus plans risk-free. But you need to move fast. This isn't the first time we're attempting to make it public. First time we did it, we were able to keep the doors open for almost 2 weeks, until the electric company found out about it. Almost 1,500 people got access to the step-by-step guide, and the success stories have been pouring in ever since. But when Big Energy and Big Oil set their legal hounds on us, we were forced to take the website down and close shop for almost a year. Now we're back online and hoping that this time we'll be able to stay up for more than just 2 weeks. The fact is, we don't have the money, nor the mental strength to be constantly battling an army of... The choice should be obvious. For less than the price of your monthly electric bill, you can do more than just cut your electric bill by 50 or 75%. You'll also be sending a powerful message to the electric companies. You're showing them that you can take a stand and that you can become energy independent on your own without needing a single watt of their expensive electricity. And just imagine how your life will be just 2 months after making the Smith generator. Picture this. You're coming home from work and you notice there's a fresh envelope in the mail. It's a bill from the electric company. But as you rip it open, you notice that something's different. This time, the amount is in negative. This time, the electric company is actually forced to pay you for electricity. And you're getting small checks of $20, $30, or more every month just from keeping the Smith generator on. And month after month, you get the same relaxed feeling that comes with not owing a red cent. You're finally free and independent, no longer trapped inside a legal monopoly that's holding you at gunpoint. The Smith generator is about something bigger and more important than money. It's about regaining your freedom and making a stand. Send a message to the big monopolists' fat cats and show that you are no longer depending on them. And really, the road to energy independence starts with the push of a button. So go on, click the orange Add to Cart button below and claim your energy independence now. P.S. There are some questions I keep receiving from people, and I'll try to answer a few here. One question we keep getting is, do I need any technical skills to build the Smith generator? The short answer is, no, you don't. Sure, some DIY experience is always good, but if you don't have any, don't worry. You'll still be able to make a Smith generator and get free energy. You'll just need to pay a little more attention to the step-by-step guide and blueprints, that's all. Here's another one people are asking. How much do the parts cost? To build a small-scale Smith generator, you'll need about $45 worth of parts that you can order at any metalwork shop and electric store. If you want to scale it up and get more electricity, you'll need more expensive parts, but you'll find that you can easily power up an entire home with under $100 in total costs. Another frequent question is, how do I get Don Smith's guide for building a Smith generator? It's simple. When you click the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to our secure order page, so you risk nothing. Plus, you're covered by our no questions asked guarantee for a full 60 days. Once you have completed the payment, you'll be taken to a special members area where you'll get all the Smith blueprints and step-by-step guide in electronic form. To get the step-by-step guide for the Smith generator, click the Add to Cart button below.